Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the Above the Bar podcast. It's your host, Sean. You might be wondering what we're doing on a Saturday night. We've got all these lovely ladies hanging out with us. Actually, all of them you should know. We've here at the Brunswick Elks Lodge. We are here tonight, and I'll run this banner here at the bottom if you're wondering where we're hanging out. Oh, look at that. I didn't save the banner when I made it. I'll recreate it, but we're at the Brunswick Elks Lodge for the American Society on Suicide Prevention. This is a big issue in this country. I'll give you a little bit of statistics that matter to me. As a service member, we lose 22 service members a day for suicide. We've lost a little bit over 5,300 service members since the start of the war. We've had to actual combat injuries. We've lost actually close to 500,000 through suicide. So keep that in mind. And that's just one aspect. We have with us tonight, you and your fucking fan. We have Miss Amanda Love, and she's addicted to this fucking fan. I don't know what to do with her.
Because I was sweating like a whole church.
Listen to her. She's got her sassy pants on. You can't hear. Let's see if we can.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. How about now? You can hear me here. Can't hear me there. Is that any better now? No.
Oh, yeah, now I hear you.
Right. Look at that. I've never been told I could be heard. But we have Miss Alfina Omega. See that? I almost messed that up. I'll try. Look, if you reach me after offline, I'll tell you that all these folks, we've hung out, we've drank together, we've done other. I can't say other stuff. That's horrible. And then Miss Holly Heretic. Holly and Alfina are both from the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and Amanda's just from my life.
Yeah.
No, but Amanda's from.
Look, you are.
Amanda's from Just a Drag Show. Does performances all over there. And hiding in the background, you can just see his head kind of popping up, is one of our volunteers, Monroe. He's the happiest person I think I've seen in a long time. Look at it. If you could hear his giggle right now, that's a whole other level of giggle. So if you happen to be in the area, you're looking for something to do tonight, you're looking for somewhere to hang out at, come on down to the Brunswick Elks Lodge out here in Brunswick, New York, right up to just before you get to Tamarack High School. You can see. Look at stop playing with your hair.
Well, you flatten that out with that thing. I can't use that.
Oh my God, this is what I deal with, folks. You deal with stars, you deal with divas. This is what you're dealing. And I thought that this was a perfect day for this show, since we had the coronation. How better to spend my day with Queen then? Oh, did you hear what's playing in the background? Find me somebody to love, Queen.
It's a theme today.
It's a theme. It's a theme today. So, well, tell me how everybody got involved with today and with. Oh no, never mind. That's a whole nother. Can you tell that, Sean? Sean, I love you.
We're doing a podcast. Knock it off.
See, there's too many Seans in the room already today. Anyone who's watching this is going, this is just a hot mess. And I love every bit of it. But you got to come into the mic. Good God. Yeah. Listen to me. Just do as you're told. But as we're always here, I know. Just call me Daddy. How did you get involved with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention? How did you get involved with it?
So through the company I work for, now known as Care Health, we used to do their annual walk in September.
Put it right in your mouth.
Sorry. So we used to do their annual walk in September. We started the Sisters in October 2019, and the first opportunity, a great way to serve our community was to make a walk as well. So we actually walked as our sisters at the Perpetual Indulgence area. They liked us, and work together. So one of the when they reached out to me last year and said, "We need to do something." So this is what became. Last year we did the first graduating segment event, which was last year. Last year we raised, so
Really?
yeah, we hit that goal, and we really look to please come out and join us.
So, and the event doesn't start till 8:30. So right now there's there's a meet and greet right now starting. It just started. We've got, I mean, how many girls are in the show? 15 girls in the show, and
Over a dozen.
Yeah, we'll say it that way.
that's math. I know New York education system can be challenging. Sometimes this happens. I understand. So now, Sister Holly. Now, what has been now? Obviously, Sister Alfina started this. What were your thoughts when she brought this to you? Like, hey, to the sisters is like, hey, we're going to do this. Now, who's Monroe? So you guys actually initially stepped in and said, "Hey, will you join in it?"
Yeah, there was the previous.
Take it off of there. You're fine. You can pull it right out. Just pull it out. It's okay.
Always wanted to have a drag event be part of it. Wanted to show greater involvement with the community. And that's how it was born. And we were really excited to collaborate with
You're fine. Keep going, Monroe. This has nothing to do with you.
and, yeah, so the program came together, and then this year we did it again of the great reception at last year. But yeah, that was it was fading after the was.
So now, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too deep in numbers and everything, but within the community, the trans community, within anyone who's involved in LG, there's too many letters now. Look, listen to me. I come from the world like Frank and I talked about it. It was gay, straight, and then that was it. And don't hold that against me. But what are the numbers within that community that are addressing suicide or consider suicide? Now you kind of you use the term that, so anybody who knows me knows that I have a son that's trans, that he's taking the hormone replacement therapy, doing all that. And I used that term queer one day. He said, "Dad, you can't use that." And I'm like, "All right, help me out here." And he's like, so he's one of those young kids. So in his mind, everything, I'm a horrible old brain who I don't know shit. And my kids always think like, my dad doesn't know anything. They have no idea that these are my friends. They're like, he's like, he only understands. Yeah, right. So I'm like, son, explain it to me. So what is the difference between saying someone LGBTQ but using that queer term? What is the difference between gay and queer?
So there are multiple letters. L,
Right.
bisexual, transgender, gay, intersex.
And there's the plus now. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Here, though, what you're talking about is identifying somebody who's either not defined because you don't know, or they themselves are rejecting the concept of defining themselves by such letters.
Okay. And we kind of lucked out here. Joining us just now with the beautiful red hair is Miranda. And Miranda, I'm going to jack your whole last name up. Oh, I got your mute.
Oh, okay, it's Miranda Moray.
Miranda Moray.
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 It's spelled A-I. It's Greek. It's fancy.
Somebody's got their fancy pants on today.
Well, no, actually, just a thought, but
Well, dental floss for the ass. So,
you only know.
so now you wanted to. I heard you as I asked that question. You had something to say about that.
So, I mean, I might sound the minority here, but I've always used the phrase "the queer community" to be. If someone correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've always understood the phrase "queer community" to mean as an umbrella for without having to say everything. Because even though I identify as a gay man, I cannot keep with all the numbers in the letters because I'm only just and I'm a drag queen.
Well, that's my whole thing. I really want to understand that, and I almost would. Oh my God, what are you doing? But you know what? It's funny you say that. I almost feel like somebody on the other side, as I'm trying to. I would never call and this might sound crazy, but I would never call myself woke per se because I'm a libertarian. Go do what the fuck you want to do. Sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. I don't give a shit. Don't touch my money and don't touch my guns. I don't care. That's my mindset. Right. Don't touch my first and don't touch my second. Right.
So yes, some of them may have been the internet, they may choose queer as an element. They are queer. There's a lot of people who take back queer, and there's people who don't like the word. So what I've always learned to do, if someone says, not that what's your pronoun, but what do you prefer to be called? And I'm this part of the community, part of the community, part of the bisexual, or whatever it is. Or some people spirit don't care.
Right. Just don't be a dick.
Well, my thing is there's sometimes being where I actually had a situation a couple years ago where I was with my then boyfriend. I wasn't drag. We were at a pride event and really standing there. We're not doing anything, and someone randomly goes up to us. It was a little invasive, but I guess after day drinking, you expect this. Goes up to our faces so nonchalant and says to my boyfriend, are you attracted sexually to Miranda? And I looked at it and I'm like, if he's attracted to me in drag, I'm going to break up with this fucker. And I don't ever want to look at him.
Hold on. No, hold on. Stop. So you would actually, that would bother you.
Yes,
why?
I'm a man at the end of the day. I'm a man in a dress. I do drag. It's fun. It's performance art. It is nothing sexual. By the time I'm done, I want to do everything but sex. But it's been an art expression to me. But there are some out there who literally will try to dissect it to a point where I'm like, guys, this is me, bro, but funny. Who's another one? Robin Williams.
Right.
And stuff where I'm a man in a dress to have fun. Now, other people will do it for other things, and I applaud them for that. But that's not necessarily what I do. I'm here for the performance art to make some damn good coin. So, but I just thought it was invasive, and it took me a minute to be like, what? Was I really just asked that? Then on top of that,
interesting.
Why is everyone taking this more seriously than it needs to be? Because it's not. I'm literally standing here, a man in a dress, and he's getting some after I get out of this. Well, he didn't,
but that's interesting to me that. So look, I always, Holly will tell you, I have no problem in just standing there and being like, I don't fucking know. But so that's very interesting to me. So I would almost just the opposite in my mind think that, why wouldn't my partner want to find me attractive no matter what the scenario was?
For me personally, it was just I needed his support as an entertainer because aside from doing drag, I dance ballet professionally, I sing opera, I do musical theater. So it was just
don't tell me you sing opera because I love opera.
Me too. I did a season of the Fuller class.
Wow.
Wow, that's the best summer of my life.
Holly knows I'm probably the most fabulous straight man you'll ever meet in your life, and I love music. I love music. I love to sing. I love all those kind of things. But joining us tonight, clapping like that was a very special clap. Look at us! Look at all the kids over here. This is great. We have give her the mic. Get Miss Ithaca Cerise.
Like the French name for cherry.
Oh my goodness! Now, Miranda, don't run away. Now, hold on a second. Now, Miranda's gonna leave us for a minute, but Miranda's gonna go grab another one of our performers tonight. Again, tonight we are at the Brunswick Elks Club, 2556, right off of 2, up in Brunswick, New York. You figure out who it is. You tell them to put this up. Right here in Brunswick, New York. Show kicks off at 8 p.m. We're going to be hanging out. We've got tons of performers out here tonight. We're talking right now just how everybody got involved in drag. We just were discussing LGBTQ community, what the differences were, how people like to be identified. It's very interesting to me. Monroe has become my co-host. They've all ditched poor Monroe, but I love Monroe. Monroe is already the happiest person that I've met in a long time, and he's got a good beard. I'm a beard guy. He's got a good beard. Do you comb it out, Monroe? Got to give Monroe the.
I actually just today made sure to do it because I didn't want to compare. I usually have it like with my clients on, but it's coming here. So I actually did my sideburns and everything just because of that. But yeah, I got some.
It's a good beard, Monroe. And I'm going to give you some beard advice. Get some good beard balm.
Oh yeah.
Beard balm and beard oil. Remember, balm for the beard, oil for the skin.
I didn't actually know that, but I just had
Balm for the beard, oil for the skin. Rotate them back and forth, and also, well, because I am. And the other side to it is make sure you're always combing out.
Yes.
And it makes a big difference. But I'll have to hook you up with a friend of mine's company, Phoenix Shaving. It's an artisanal shaving company. I went back to the old straight razor, single blade, way cheaper than that shit Bic stuff. And you can do a single straight razor to shave with, save a ton of money. And he actually has a shampoo that you can shampoo your hair and then go right to your beard with. Good stuff, absolutely. And my wife likes when I do their pineapple bay rum. Is the smell? It's phenomenal. Everything I own smells bay rum. I love bay rum. So joining us, we've got another one of the ladies joining us right now. And as always, Opal, Miss Opal Essence.
Yes, that's
And,
me.
and I love we're going with the mother of pearl dress today.
I guess so.
That
She's a mom and a girl.
well,
Yeah.
her name was Sarah. That was my grandmother because I have an aunt named Sarah. But no, actually, that color would be considered mother of pearl. I would say. You got your sassy pants on. So now you're performing tonight also. Now, what are you performing tonight?
I'm going to be doing a song by Britney Spears called Work Bitch. Poetic. Oh my God. It's very poetic. And then I'm also doing a song called Hold My Hand by Just Win.
Now, why is that so poetic? I'm curious now.
Oh, I don't know. Ask this one.
It's poetic.
Okay.
Lyrics that are 22 girls. Gotti. Maserati.
That's it. The whole song.
But
it's amazing. Spears has got to be good.
Okay. I was gonna say
I don't know.
you picked it easy. I was gonna say you picked an easy song.
Oh, yeah. It's one of my go-to.
Look, I don't blame you though. I don't blame you. Like I love to perform, but I don't know if I could go up on stage and do that all that. But no, that's gonna be my next question. Now for you, look. This is like episode 177, 178. We've been doing this for a minute.
You know,
This is not new. We've had the sisters on. We've had Amanda doing love advice.
you asked Amanda for love advice.
I know. It's the way I do. Now I'm always curious. So you kind of no, it was what God I can't remember her name. It was Miranda that mentioned it. Now, what I'm curious of is how did each of you have been doing drag for years? Is this a newer thing for you? What brought you to this community? I can tell you right now, my first experience with drag and understanding what drag was the movie with Judy Tenunu. Thank you, Judy Tenunu. Judy Tenunu. That's it. Yeah, that was my Patrick Swayze. God, I can't think of his name. Wesley Snipes, and then the Puerto Rican guy. Thank you, my sweet. Sit down. Have you put your name? Did you put your name on the list so I know who we're talking to?
Do you like pods, or are you a fan of a task?
I have never done a pod.
Well, welcome to the team. So, but now, how did you end up? Like, where did this end up in your life?
You want me to go first? Okay, this is a long story, so everybody knows.
First night, and I was just like on the Elks Club every Saturday.
You were like, "Fuck it, I'm getting dressed tonight."
Elk, and I said, you know what, tonight let me go.
I like it. I'm down. Do you know the history of fake eyelashes? Do you know what they were originally called?
Falsely,
Fake eyelashes. Do you know what they were originally called? They were actually invented by a French prostitute.
yes, I've heard this story before. Okay, they were like, this was supposed to come.
They were called cum umbrellas.
Oh, really?
Look at me knowing
The-
history.
Yep, it was a French prostitute that created them, and she called them cum umbrellas.
Well, you know, women in STEM,
That's such a
engineering,
fun time.
women in engineering.
But it's very creative.
Well,
Yes.
Marie Curie.
I don't know if she created them, but I don't think so. So I don't look. I'm lucky I get English down pretty well. And this was supposed to be 2 fingers of bourbon, so we'll see how that worked out for me. At least, and I've already drank half of that. So, but no, again. So, how did you get involved?
I started drag 10 years ago in high school when I was a sophomore in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started doing projects and doing it like in my house as a bedroom performer. And it all started like, you should watch this TV show, RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah. And then I looked up an episode and I was like, ooh, this is me. And then I just like started doing it and it went off from there. I've done so many good things, so many opportunities come my way. It's just been great, and it's great to be able to give back to a community.
I'm not going to get that twisted.
You look like an athlete at the guy. Play football?
Actually, I did play sports when I was a kid, but I'm not a
Oh, did I get it back? Opal, Ithaca. I'm sorry.
No, you're great.
I was gonna say, like, your shoulders. I was like,
Actually a linebacker for Kansas City this past season. That's why they went to the Super Bowl.
I played end guard tackle, sat at the end of the bench, guarded the water, and tackled anybody that
I
got
was the
near
one
it.
that was like, what is going on? I was the one that was like, what the hell is going on? Why are they tagging each other? I was a theater kid, so no sports for me.
So now we were just joined by, and I love your name, Cece LaRue. I'm gonna say I love it for 2 reasons. Because my daughter, who played basketball, her best friend was named Cece, and my favorite pizza place that's now closed was Cece's Pizza. I used to love it. Thank you. Were they not amazing pizza, Cece's? But I'm going to tell you, Cece. I'm telling you, Cece, you look phenomenal. Thank you so much. Now, I'm gonna. One of my all-time loves is hanging out off to the side. Miss Love, Miss Sherry Love, and I, we have a thing. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But so now, I want to go down this line here. But so, Ithaca, how did you get into drag?
Yeah, well, I really love
I know what K-pop is.
but it's not just BTS and it's not just Psy. It's got more than black and it's got more than 26 years of modern history and even modern hip-hop goes back to like the 1950s and the Korean War. But I got into hip-hop in 2008 and I love the performance.
Do you know Joey Stans?
No.
Okay. Okay. I'm just curious. So you got into it through that.
Yeah. Performing on the part of it, and I was like, you know what, how can I really perform this? Because it was very niche at the time. And I was like, oh, drag. And control my outfit, my performance, and I just do whatever I want. And
Now-
from K-pop for a comedy, I expect.
So I'm curious now because I know what K-pop is. I've seen it. Obviously, you mentioned BTS. That's probably the biggest, most well-known group around the world. How does that? They're not drag, right? I don't listen to it.
Necessarily all doing drag. They're kind of doing drag a little
Well, if
bit
you
there.
like, you can get real like philosophical on it. Like every time we go to work, that's a drag outfit.
Yeah.
All boy naked and the rest is drag.
Or with a gluten allergy, and the rest is
Bourbon.
The rest is bourbon. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I would definitely say yes because these large entertainment companies really market these kids and kind of transform them in their own way, and they do make up.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting you said it now. Thinking in my head to what most of them look like, they do kind of remind you of the '80s hairband, androgynous, kind of look, but they almost have that in a. If you were just kind of glancing by, you were like, well, that's a girl. And then you kind of go back and go, oh, wait a second, never mind, that's dude singing.
Yeah.
It's funny you said.
And that's the mainstream K-pop. There's a lot. It's like American music. There are so many subgenres and so many like niche pockets of.
Is there any death metal K-pop?
Yes, there actually is.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut. They do screamo music.
Shut up. There's that.
She's the
I was.
I am. Yeah.
My son's very into Ice Nine Kills right now.
Okay.
Which, no, Ice Nine. I have a buddy who made money in a Nine Inch Nails cover band touring. He was the drummer. He's like Tom Dunn. He's a good friend of mine, and legit like Nine Inch Nails cover band. It wasn't like a friend. It was a friend. Don't quote me with friend.
I was just saying hi, but I'm glad that I coincidentally.
Don't quote me. So, how about you, Cece? What are you performing tonight?
I'm performing a little Beyonce and some. Is it I'm Missing You? No.
Oh.
It's supposed to be. No, it is. Can't remember.
Oh,
Yes, I love that one. Easiest line.
my wife says, hello, beautifuls. We hear all of you. You're great.
Is this
And-
live?
Yeah, this is live. People can interact.
Are you kidding? No, that's
No.
Like, oh no. Yeah, I was like,
No,
I can't
no,
wait
no.
to watch. I can't wait to watch this. Hi, oh my god.
Oh, no, no.
Hi, this is live.
Oh yeah, I only do live.
Oh, did you archive it somewhere?
Yeah, so this will go. This is going to go out live. So this you're already on camera. You're good. I have it all angled up. So this is live right now. We have two people watching right now. It's probably my best friend Ken and my wife April for the moment. And this will go out tomorrow. I'll launch this out as just an audio at 7 a.m. Tomorrow. But oh no, we only do live because people can interact and people can ask questions and see what's going on. Look, that other like recorded, cleaning up shit, we don't play that game. I like real. I like legit.
No. Oh god.
I don't. I mean, yeah, like yeah. Look,
Y'all clearly don't live in Albany. I see those. I see some I see out in the world. I don't see God knows.
so now, how did you get involved, CC?
So I was theater, and I actually am a store owner.
What kind of store? Promote yourself.
Well, no.
So promote.
Manager.
What kind of men's retail?
Don't say baby.
Okay.
Do weddings and proms, and I work with men all day. Come up and make them I ask you a question.
Please.
Have you ever dressed a banker? I have. 4 of them. They were yes. Because I work retail, I don't get to do music theater as much. So drag is another outlet for me to perform. Like I said, you get to be in charge of music, your outfit, and basically the outfit and surround yourself with. And as long as it's a
Well, that was going to be kind of my next question. When you're in that drag environment, so I've been backstage. I've been to more of these events than I can probably explain to you. But my curiosity is whenever I'm back there, it always feels very safe, like a very safe, comfortable space. And it almost, probably for lack of a better term, it has a very locker room feel to it. Does that make sense? So do you feel the same way?
I mean, it depends on where we are. It depends on where we are and like where we're performing. So I'm at street bar. I perform at a lot of street bars.
Really?
Yeah, especially in Saratoga, which is a weird area. Especially at a street bar, it's a lot less comfortable. Like kind of more out and relevant. I was the only queer drag or like queer entertainer and drag entertainer there.
So everybody else that entertained that night were all normal, like bands and comedy. So you were.
And I didn't
like up backstage, so I was kind of just like stuck in with everybody. So it depends on like where you're performing or like what you're doing.
So it's interesting. And I'll be honest with you, when I think of Saratoga and you say that, I almost feel like you're 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 entertaining the wealthy at that point. Like you were on stage for the wealth. Does that make sense? That's what I feel like when you. Well, that's a whole nother thing.
They're bad.
No.
They're bad.
No, let me explain this to you. I have done enough drag shows. Tipping is part of the show. Do not show up to your local drag show. If you're going to come up here and you're going to come to the Brunswick Elks Club, do me a big favor. Make sure that you brought with you your one. I got your mic off for a second because I'm getting a lot of feedback. Make sure you bring your dollar bills with you. Make sure you bring lots of dollar bills with you. Be creative on how you give your dollar bills. The entertainers enjoy that, and so does the entire rest of the crowd. Do not be a turd and just be like, oh, let me hold my hand up and here's my dollar. Don't make eye contact. It is part of the show. It is part of the enjoyment and all of it. It is part of the entire process of it. So do not show up and think that you're just there for them to entertain you. Bring your dollars. Stop by your local stewards in the area and make sure that you bring money with you. Would we all agree?
Yeah, and I would say now that we're in the 21st century, a lot of us have Venmo, Snapchat, PayPal.
I don't. Do you want him to swipe the crap down the crap?
Not that much crap.
Oh, okay, I was just making sure.
My phone
Well-
wants you to swipe it down the crap. Y'all aren't coming to the show tonight. My Venmo is tip oval, so you can still tip me for being fabulous.
There you go.
She needs
Now-
money.
Now I have seen all the sisters. I know most. I've met a lot of sisters. So, sister, I didn't get your name. You're gonna have to lean into that mic for me.
I'm not a sister Slay West.
Yes. Oh yeah. Slay.
Now, sister, most of the sisters that I have ever known are men as sisters, but you're not.
I am.
Get on that mic, sister, because I'm very interested.
I'm a cis woman. I had seen them for the first time in Atlanta and was beyond excited. And when folks reached out to me and told me that they welcome cis members of Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, I was here for it.
Now, so you were in Atlanta, which is my favorite food city. I just want you to tell. Have you ever? Look, we get into this every time when I have anyone who's gone to Atlanta. Have you ever been to Antico Pizza?
No.
I will put Antico Pizza against any pizza in the country. How about a Scotch egg? Have you had a Scotch egg?
You know, I lived in the Champlain area, so
Okay.
we had a lot of ethnic, like top slice. We had like Hannah and Asian food. That's actually what my husband brought me on our first date. That's how I knew it was good.
So I'll tell you, sister. I'm very curious. So I can tell you what a Scotch egg is. Let me. Do you know Scotch?
I know what that is. Yeah.
Scotch egg is. It's just a little ball of crack that you get to eat. Look, I've got two other sisters, and I'll introduce them in a minute. I just want you to see the reaction when I explain it. A Scotch egg is a hard-boiled egg wrapped in sausage and then deep fried.
I've heard of it.
I would eat it.
I would eat it too.
Yeah, you can basically put like one.
Fame.
That's it. Have you seen that video that's going around, the viral video of all the girls? And they're like, "I've got a big booty. I take sausage." And they all go around. Yeah. And then the last one goes, "I'm a lesbian. Can I have sausage too?"
Absolutely.
I wrote that.
Sausage is for everyone.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, but and as you can see, we're kind of wrote Frida. If you don't sit your ass down, so you're all aware, because the other sisters that joined me didn't realize. Because I would expect by now you've watched all 170 episodes of the show, all of them. Frida is in at least three, I think, at least three. We always do the show live, so this is live right now. People can interact and watch and ask questions. Right now, we've got a couple of people on, and they can all hear it. If you want headphones, there are headphones. As long as you can hear my voice, you're perfectly fine. If I do mute your mic, it's because I get upset. So, now obviously we all know Miss Frida Munchwood, Albany's own. Stella Progress. Stella, I do love your. Now, why?
I am her director. Can we move this?
Yes, you can absolutely. You can just take it right off the stand.
Hello, world.
Just pull it.
Yes, I do need it. I'm gonna
Just. I find that hard to believe, but we'll go with it. It must be Fiptober. Sister, if I've taken you away from anything, you're welcome to hang out. I don't want to take you away, but you're the first sister, the active first. I know one other, and she is not here.
Oh, there is one.
Oh,
Sister Mofongo's here.
I don't know Sister Murphy. Well, no, we talked earlier. I'm thinking of, and we're friends on Facebook. You know, I'm thinking of. Comes to all the shows. She has a beard. Who am I thinking of? Oh, I have to go through begins with an S. Her sister name is S. I have a horrible memory. It's like a goldfish. You do what you got to do. So tell me. So one of the things I always love finding out about is how people got into drag. I find it completely fascinating. I've heard all those stories. How did you end up in drag? And then dressed. I mean, in general. See for a moment.
Yes.
Excuse me.
No, I know.
What's going on here? We're back.
I actually got into drag because I saw another Albany queen performing. She like took my breath away. I said, "All right, I gotta get into this drag shit. I need to go into now." I watched all of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I know that's not, you know, everything about drag, but that's how I really got into it. And then I saw that drag queen hosting a karaoke, and I said, you know, I'm gonna go because I've seen her perform. I'm gonna have a good time. And I don't know, we met, and it was like a connection. It was a connection that I never felt before. So after seeing her, getting her outfits and going out with her, I said, I gotta get this too. So I said, Stella, will you be my drag mom? And, you know, I mean this with all my heart. She let me out.
Don't fuck her makeup up. Don't fuck her makeup up. You hear me?
I mean, she's been there for a year. And that's how I got into drag, just by making connections. And honestly, somebody asked me not too long ago, what's my goal in drag? It was at a college show we were doing. And my answer was, if I stop doing drag today,
You're good.
I'm good because I went out, I met so many amazing people, I've had so much fun, and I don't need to be on a TV show to be happy about what I'm doing. And I think that I am doing drag to the fullest of what I can do, and I'm so happy.
That's awesome. I love that vibe. You know, and there's a lot to be said about that. Now, Stella, I know you're trying to get your groove back and everything. So now, how did you get involved?
So during the pandemic, the beginning of the pandemic, I guess, well, pre-pandemic, I was into Drag Race, and my brother and I used to go. We went to Drag Con. We met a lot of drag.
Oh wow!
Over the years,
There's
I
a
used to watch
con.
Frida.
Hold on. There's a con.
Yes, it's big.
Yes. I went in New York City.
They usually have an LA
Do
in New York.
they allow Thai women in there? Because that's scary. As a heterosexual man, Thai drag scares me because I think I wouldn't be able to tell. The Thai women are very. They like.
I think it's anyone wants to go. So this was
Like that
before I
one's-
did drag, but I went to drag.
My joke just completely bombed just now. I just want you to know that
Yeah,
my
we're not the smart ones.
what
Rita is, but we're not.
my joke completely bombed. Did you get it? You got it. Thank you, Frida. I thank you.
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
Have you not seen Thai drag queens? Like
Yeah.
you can't tell. Like they're
Wait, are you saying you can tell here?
sweetheart. I love you. I love you to death.
But that's a man worry.
But listen to me. I've come to enough of these shows. You and I are pissing in the same.
And A&M.
Sometimes when we go to a bar
At
and
the
it's
same time.
a beer keg,
At the same time.
yeah, that always throws me off when it's a beer keg.
So my story, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
go for it.
I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person that way.
not at all. Someone to speak. I just need
She just needs the center stage. I understand.
prior to the pandemic, I was 450 pounds.
Shut the fuck up.
I lost the weight during the pandemic. Down for 429.
Look, you're doing good. That's great. Great job.
And they said I'm gonna once I lost the weight, I was like, okay, I'm doing something with my life back.
No shit.
And that's when I started. It was just my
Well, how tall are you?
anniversary.
How tall?
6'2".
All right. So you're a tall person. I mean, now I asked this question of Ithaca, and I always forget her name's Miranda. Did you play sports in high school? Anything like that? No.
I went never the closest thing to
The skin flip.
She was an athletic supporter.
Right. Just hold.
I was a cheerleader from home.
You were the one
Let me hold that up for you.
scrubbing in the locker room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
great.
watched the boys play. I didn't do anything else.
You guys
Oh,
look.
no, I was in,
Okay. Well, and I'm always curious of this because, again, like I said, I have a lot of friends in this community, and I always am curious of how many people held this back from their lives because they live in that, hey, this is what dudes do. I'm 6'2". I'm 400 pounds. I'm a fucking big dude. Game on. And I always think about that.
Oh, and I'm like,
No, I got that too.
no, yeah.
See, that's why for me, I didn't do it. I'm 44.
She's 45 now.
And we just hadn't met at the point.
I'll be 66. But and back in my day, you just
Yeah, it was a scary situation.
very. And I took my wig off to these ladies who do it so young now and do it so great.
But you also set a trend. Frida, let's stop for a minute. Stop playing games for a second. You were 44 when you did it. You'll be 66. It's 22 years. You go back 22 years in my life. I'm in the middle of my Marine Corps days, and I don't know if I could have told I would have loved to have seen them. That could have been me, but I couldn't have told my fellow Marines like, "Hey, I'm going to a drag show or I'm at a drag show." They would have questioned, and the terms would have been, "Are you a punk? You a fag? What are you doing?" I would have heard that shit, no matter how much I would have enjoyed myself, because my mother was always an open person. My aunt's gay. I've never, that shit's never bothered me. I know who I am and who I'm happy with. My friends are my friends. But for you to do that 22 years ago, stop selling yourself short. I've heard you say this too many damn times. Get over it. You set a trend. Oh, don't fucking start your shit with me. Please, I want to hear that.
Rita doesn't know that I used to, in my early 20s, 21, I worked at tax and finance, the call center, and I knew you way back when.
Wait a sec. Wait,
And I
hold
used to
on.
be so, I sit at my desk and there's a real life drag queen.
Wait a
And
sec.
I remember that to a T, and that was like the first time that I really.
Wait, hold on. What?
It got to the point where people who went to tax and finance went to our shows, and there was pictures of me up in a lot of the cubicles.
Are you
In
serious?
drag, yeah.
So why am I calling the 800 number when I have tax and finance questions for my new business, and I'm not calling you and just saving myself time? Well, that don't mean shit to me. Look, these people just want my money. I already know how this state
Well, I
works.
did sales tax. I can't.
Oh, that's even even better. I just had to act. It's funny you said, look. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tax Hour on the Above the Bar podcast. I should have known that because I just had to ask that question about labor tax.
In like 2010, 2011, I was a temp in personal income tax.
So now I'm always now going back to my curiosity. I love these. So now when we just had this question a minute ago. We were going through all the letters. The only way I can say it is all the letters because I come from Frank's generation. I'm definitely fucking younger than Frank. Don't Amanda Love, way younger. But when you're outside of drag, do you have a way that you prefer to be identified? How do you prefer to be identified? Because I'm always here. I know progress that you're the Progress Sisters or however you like to go by that.
I love that you're calling her my sister.
I love that daughter. Look, this is my daughter. Listen to here, hon. This is my daughter right now. But that's how you go. Do you have a preference outside, or does it not matter to you?
That is a good question. He, him, out of drag.
Okay.
Is usually how people refer to me. I would not be angry if they called me anything other than that. I mean, she, her is fine. My sisters, my drag sisters, they all call me she, her. And,
Chance.
you know, yeah. But out of drag,
Yeah, like, what are you, about 6 on yourself, 6'2"?
6 foot is with my driver's license.
Okay. So you're 5'11". So it's 5'11". So you're 5'11". So you're 5'11". Look, I'm 5'7.5". I tell people I'm 5'8". I know that. Hey, now. Look, Frida will tell you, Frank has to protect me at most of these shows. He's like, leave me alone. Everybody wants me. I don't understand. It's the beard.
No, it isn't.
I do have a good beard.
It's fine.
Is it that they're sag? Is it the sag? I'm gonna get Samson. I'm gonna get Samsonite tattooed under these things. Relax. I love it.
For me,
it's Frida and Monk.
When I'm not in drag, doesn't matter. I get more pissed if I'm in drag and excited.
Yeah. And I've learned that.
Yeah.
And that's what I always want to talk to people about. Like that was something I had to learn because I always use this as an analogy. I know Amanda, we're related. So that's easy. So Amanda is my grandson's great uncle. And then my youngest son, I'll never forget, it was 4th of July weekend. We were all cooking out, hanging out and everything. And my now 5 will be 6 in June. Sherry, bring your ass.
Come on.
And then I always miss you.
I'll be right back. You're gonna be waiting for me a little longer.
Oh, somebody's got her sassy pants on. But no, and my youngest, he'll be 6 in June, goes, well, no, I was with Papa. And I went, Papa, who? And looking around, and first we thought it was my other grandfather that we share a grandson with. And I was like, Papa Knockwood? He goes, no. Points at Francis and goes, him. And ever since then, he's been my youngest grandfather. We never miss a beat. And it was funny is when he realized this is what Papa Frank does. He was like,
how old is he?
He'll be 6 in June.
And
he's been ask Frida.
He got more tips than we did in one show. Remember that?
We go
to on the way out.
It had to be done. But no, he goes to shows. He'll pick up the dollar bills for the girls and everything. But we also, I think he gets it. Like, this is Papa Frank's world here. This is Papa Frank's world here.
Yeah.
To him, it's two different worlds. That's what it is to him. He sees it as nothing else at all. And I have, I don't like to get into politics, but we'll ask this one here. I'm curious how you feel I've got three of you about some of these things where they're, I've seen it on TV where both sides of the LGBTQ community either positive or negative with the reading the books at the library and all. I've seen somewhere where LGBTQ is like, hey, this is us, we're not doing anything, and then others that are like, there's no reason for you to do it. If you want to volunteer and read books, I can go volunteer and read books. There's no reason to do it in drag. What are your feelings on that?
My feeling is that
Get on that mic.
my feeling is that if parents want to bring their kids to the drag show, let them bring their damn kids to the drag show. We heard it. We're reading stories. I used to, so I worked in tax finance, but I also used to work in a daycare. I used to read the kids all the time. I've done a lot of story hours, and kids love it. They have a good time. We're not there to, hurt anyone or offend anyone. It really makes someone smile and make them happy. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I just think that's what's an entertainment to make people entertained and have a good time.
Absolutely. And I, you bring up a great point. I think, obviously, I don't think your hair's blue. Oh shit. All natural. Louis V.
They're not just couch cushions. I'll tell you that.
Your hips? Is that what you're saying? But I could absolutely, like, if you showed up in what you're wearing right now to tell story time, I'd be like, we're talking about Smurfs today. That's
it's all about
no.
This is how I explained it in one of the kids' show I used to do.
Oh, did you? I didn't know that, Frida.
We did. Carmen and I did a kids' show.
I love Carmen.
For 11 years, and we're doing one June 24th at the Empire State Plaza.
See, now I did not know, and I'm gonna follow. Keep going because you just reminded me of something I always want to ask.
And the thing is, how I explained it to the little boy, I can't explain it to anyone man. I said yes, and he said, "Well, why are you dressed like that?" I said, "Well, this is exactly what I said. If you get over a certain, do you think that Tom really has a big red nose?" He goes, "No, I said take it off." Does he really have that red hair? No. That's makeup artist, right? I said, "Well, this is our makeup."
Made perfect sense.
And that's what it is.
You should know what Daddy dresses up like at night. You have no idea. You have no idea. You didn't know why those light bulbs were in the ceiling. So, but it's I find that just completely fascinating. Now you reminded me of something because I always don't take this personal. When Frida and Carmi sing, I enjoy it very much. It's one of my favorite things. Do you sing or do you lip sync?
Oh, I lip sync. I can't sing at all. No. I can't keep a beat. Hold on, let me clear my throat again. My hand song, because I want to say this real proud. I can't keep a beat. I don't know what a note is. What is a tempo? And you know what? I go to karaoke. I sing my heart out, and they always clap for me. So, but I lip sync because I don't want to put this many people through that.
It's a tough. It would be a tough situation. There could be medical bills involved, lawsuits. I understand. I understand completely.
I do. So I host karaoke every week in Chatham. Oh, I'm sorry. I host karaoke in Chatham every week. So I do
Chatham Brewery.
Yes, People's Club in Chatham every Thursday. So I do host karaoke out there, and I do sing live. Once in a while, I will perform live.
Now, are you live tonight? Okay.
She can do it.
Yes, I gotta tell you, I honestly, it's harder to lip sync than it is to sing because if I forget a verse, I just repeat it, and a lot of singers do that. Nobody knows.
Most of the women in my life have faked it, so I don't understand either way.
Everybody knows. So I so respect the ones who lip sync and lip sync well, and these two are.
Now, I want everyone to know again.
For me, like I applaud any drag queen. I applaud any drag queen who is willing to get up there and sing because I can't.
Yeah.
And I feel like moving my lips back and forth,
It's an art.
it's like it's nothing to me. But when somebody gets up there and sings, I'm like, wow. It's so awkward.
But don't take away from yourself. That's what you're doing is an art. Believe me, because
Look at Millie.
I've lip synced before, and I gotta tell you, I am uncomfortable singing because I'm so nervous I'm going to make a mistake on there for myself. So
Really?
tell you.
Now, listen, we've got today is coronation day. We know it's coronation day, so we knew I was going to hang out with a bunch of queens. It made it perfect. So my queen crush is here now. Look at her. We have Miss Sherry Love. Hi, Sherry.
It's been a long time.
It has been way too long.
You look good.
Thank you. I made sure the beard was combed out. I had to help out Monroe. I educated Monroe on good beard care and everything. It's important, and Sherry and I have a history.
We do. We have a history go way back.
Way back. We,
It's time to discuss again.
you know. Just so you all know, I'm absolutely straight. I have 8 children. And I know you're 2 of you are sitting like, I don't know who this fucking guy is.
So is spaghetti. So is spaghetti.
He's totally straight until you get him alone.
Two fingers of bourbon and shit happens.
You get him in his basement.
And just so you know,
His studio.
We've all been in that basement.
and just so you know, well, yes, it has to be. Get it cleans up easier. Cleans up easier.
You can just take a hose.
Yeah. And in a minute, I'm not going to let David get away either. David, you're not getting away. So, but are you performing tonight, Miss Sherry Love? And you have your big S's on it's for Sean, right? That's for Sean, right? I knew it.
For sex, yeah.
I,
That's even Sherry, but it's all good.
all right, fuck that. So, and we've told your drag story of how you got into drag before. You want to tell it again tonight? Okay.
It's, it goes way back to
Ancient times,
Yeah.
Cleopatra did her makeup.
back in Pharaoh's day.
Yeah. I mean, years ago, like I mean, just to give you a little history, I started doing all the shows. Hazel was my
Gotta lean the mic in. Sherry, I know you love to hog the mic and everything, but when people are talking, you have to give it to them.
Yes,
You're good. You're good being down with that. Yes, yes.
But I used to do all the shows and all for years.
Now I'm curious. Hold on for a second. So now you started 22 years ago, and you're before her. When did Hazel start doing drag in Albany? Because I always feel like Albany wants to be New York City, but then they realize like we're not quite there yet because it's still small Albany. So she was doing drag in the 70s up here.
She was doing drag in turban.
What do you mean?
Like she was wearing a turban. No hair.
Oh no, she like with like a big jewel or something on it.
Yes.
Wow.
I have so many videos that I would love to share with the new queens just to maybe get a taste of what
I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
Yeah.
I look up to you guys so much.
But you see right here.
Oh, the progress.
See the progress. Well, the mother.
Yeah.
They, I swear they are the hardest working queens in this area. You are everywhere. You go everywhere, and you're very hard.
But now I'm curious. We talked about this a minute ago. Hearing that Hazel was doing it in the 70s, we just talked about the fact that Frida was a trailblazer. We've always known Sherry was another one. What do you think about that? Hearing, like you said, 2019 you started. 2021 you started. What do you think? Do you think you'd have had the, for lack of a better, I'm gonna only use this term. Do you think you would have had the nuts to do it in the 70s? I knew you would get it, Frida. I knew you would get it. Like that's a different world. Shut your entire face. I don't even want to hear your bullshit. You're off. You're off.
I really was. I was born in 1998.
You're fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
I don't think I would have the balls to do it.
Right.
It was hard for me to even come to terms with drag when I first did it. Stella put me in drag for the first time. Remember, I went to this this really dark place. Because I'm so afraid of what my mom would think. I was so afraid of what my dad would think. You know, all the other friends, people around me were supportive of it because of my age.
Right.
Took on my parents, knowing that I went out dressed like this. I was so afraid. I told my mom, and her boyfriend made some
Smart ass comment.
and I was like, who the hell is this guy? But I did not want to tell my dad. I was so afraid to tell my dad. In 2023, I saw, or 2022.
Right.
So 2023 is when he found out. So I was doing drag for a little bit over a year when he found out. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Don't fuck up your makeup, because I ain't trying to hear that shit. Get the fan. Get the fan on her. Get the fan on her.
I was talking to my little brother on the phone, and my dad says, it's gonna sound so rude when I tell you guys, but like, I know my dad. When he said it, he said, "Are you still dressing in that way?"
I knew it, but I understand that. But I understand that.
He never ever said anything worse than that. And knowing my dad, that was his approval. Letting me know that he knows that I'm doing it. And he didn't have anything to say about it. And then I went over to his house. Oh my God. And his girlfriend, she was like, come here. And she started throwing all her makeup in a bag. How? She want you to have this. And it was like, I grew up in a small town in my life. I was the weird one because I was flamboyant. I just have these people that, you know, are in my life, be supportive. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Well, so let me explain something to you, if it helps you any. So as a dad, 20 years in the Marine Corps, with a son, and I think both of you know this, who's not just trans, he's on the pills, hormone replacement, the whole 9 yards, doing the whole 9 yards. These are my friends. We comment, they've been to my home. My own son thought I wouldn't accept him because I have no problem. If you're an asshole, I'll tell you you're an asshole. If you look like a fucking retard, if you look like an idiot, I'll tell you you're an idiot. And that's who I am. And my own son was like, I don't want my dad to know. I had to say to my son, you got something to tell me? No. You sure you don't have something to tell me? No.
I think when I came out to my dad, it was out of respect. I never thought I would come out to my dad, but it's out of respect because I wanted to bring my boyfriend to my brother's wedding. And all he said to me was, I want you to be happy.
That's it. That's all we wanted, Dad.
Every dad's thing. We just want you to be happy.
Unless you're in Kentucky, and that's a whole other thing.
Just so you know, you are the most fantastic dad, open-minded. You are just fantastic.
They don't get it.
From day one. You just opened your heart to all of us, and you are fantastic.
Well, I love you, Sherry.
I love you.
So
That's different. Don't talk about it. Frida, we're not supposed to talk about that. That's a whole different. Are you guys getting ready to go on stage now? All right, so they're going to go on stage. Let's put that back in there for me, Frida. So again, folks, we are currently at the Brunswick Elks Club. We are doing the Suicide Foundation of America. It's a great show. Come down, join us, hang out, see what's going on. The actual show starts at 8:30. They were just doing the meet and greet. We'll all be down here. I think I'm going to finish this off here, folks. We'll get ready. We're going to go on to the actual. We'll get this on Facebook Live, as we always say. We didn't get the. Sweetheart, are you ready? You want to do the last word? Oh, who sent you over? Oh, Holly Heretic. Sit down for a minute. We're gonna get one more. So I have to tell you, you were one of the first sisters That lean into that mic. You got to get into that mic.
Oh, I have no problem. I do voiceover work.
Do you do?
Yeah, I'm a voiceover artist. I'm a professional man.
Well, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Sister Mofongo de la Vega. Buenas noches. Mi nombre es Marisa. Sister Moonhat. Oh, I forgot. Oh, give me a second. I got a cocktail in me. Give me a second here. Mi nombre es Mofongo de la Vega. Buenas noches.
I know Habla, and congratulations. Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah. So now, how long have you been a sister for?
Honestly, I've been with them for 3 years.
So almost since the start. You keep talking Spanish.
That's right. My job is representation.
I was about to say you're going to get all bilingual for me.
Exacto.
You'll appreciate the fact that my oldest son, who's 27 and bright red hair, lived in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And used to get a biggest kick out of the fact that he would be down there and the Puerto Ricans would start popping off at the gums about him, and then he would look back and go blah 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 blah, and they would go, oh fuck.
Yes, that's the thing, because as well I do present whites. So
Yeah.
A lot of the time I meet a lot of people and they don't believe me when I tell them that I am a first generation born here child of a Dominican father.
Do you want to tell you what one of my favorite meals is? I love Dominican goat stew.
Goat chivo. Okay, I got a
Listen to
chivo
me.
story for you. Really
Tell me a
quick.
chivo because I love Dominican goat stew. The last time I had it was in Philly. I don't know anywhere around here.
Well, my father lives in Brentwood, which is 4 hours. My father lives in Brentwood, which is 4 hours away. That is well for
Brentwood,
me.
New Jersey, right?
I'm not feeling really good. Your guts are bothering you. It's a long ride, but yeah. So he Brentwood, Long Island, and yeah. So like one of the things was whenever it comes out, because my mother is American, they would be like, "Oh, we have to infuse you with Latin. We have to do Latin food. We're gonna drink you Latin, and you're gonna follow the Latin." My mother was a feminist, so it was really fun.
I love it.
So they were like, "Here, eat this," and I said, "What is it?" And I said, "Oh, it's steak, not steak. It's steak."
It's steak.
Yeah, and I'm eating it, and I'm going, "Why does it taste like the? Because it's earthy."
Very earthy, yeah. It's very
I'm
earthy.
like, "Why does it taste like the ground?" And they were like, "Because it's not." And then ever since then, I can't. I can't.
So can I tell? I'll tell you a food story similar. So my mother's family is all from Tennessee, and growing up as a kid, I would go to my grandmother's house, and she would make me steak, and I would tear through it. But whenever I ate her steak, it always left a little film in the top of my mouth. Never thought nothing of it, but I was a kid. Like I was a little guy. I didn't think nothing of it. So I finally got old enough when they no longer referred to it as steak, and they referred to it as liver. But I will tell you right now, to this day, I love liver and onions, and liver and onions with homemade mac and cheese with stewed tomato. But you ever had?
My mother and my aunt always. My mother and my aunt always made it like that. And I can't do it.
Look, she's over here. No, what are you knowing about? Come over here. Come over here. Don't fucking know me. Don't know me. Don't know me. I don't know you, and you can't know me. How do you? What's the mic right now? What's your name, sweetheart? Hi, Jennifer. What were you knowing? Was it the mac and cheese with stewed tomatoes? Have you ever had mac and cheese with stewed tomatoes? That's so. Oh, I love poutine. Oh, what?
It's like blue.
Oh.
Super wet, right? Super wet in there. Yeah.
Oh.
Not like super wet. Not with the super wet.
Lean into the mic.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Oh. What's up, Nathan? I love mac and cheese with stewed tomato. And I'll tell you, one of the best places is actually, I know if you've heard of this place, I will be super effing impressed. Shamokin, Pennsylvania. Yeah. So we were.
Amish?
No, it was up in coal cracker country. So they have an actually area they call it. No, like coal miners. Yeah, so that's what they called them, was coal crackers. So because they would go in and crack the coal out of the mines. Yeah, They were still white. Don't get that twisted. But they were mostly Eastern European. Eastern European. But there was a restaurant called Delmonico's that had an amazing Delmonico steak. No, not this one, called Delmonico's. And there was a lady that lived in the town that would only on Fridays makes mac and cheese with stewed tomatoes, and it was fucking amazing. I've had boiled peanuts, but not peanut soup. All right, you gotta lean in there, Jennifer.
Lean into it. Peanut soup. I've only had it one place ever, Surrey House in Virginia. I'm from Virginia.
Okay, I'm from Baltimore.
It's fabulous. Never had it in a place.
I've never even heard of it.
So good, so easy, so fattening.
See, there's a fat kid that lives in my soul.
There's a fat kid that lives in my jeans. I actually had a handle. I used to do a review thing, and my handle is 518518TV. And I want to tell you something, but I want to see what you guys think about this really quick. Let me just ask you this. When you think of a Mexican restaurant, like Time Team to put out their top 3, right?
I would love to know what their top 3 is because I'll fuck it up.
Absolutely not one is Mexican or Latin only. It is Mexican.
So now,
Sorry. The top 3 listed from Time Team as the best Mexican restaurants in our area are not even Mexican or Latino.
so would you like to know what the best taco spot in all of Albany is? In all of Albany, it is. What's that? Best Mexican spot or taco spot in all of Albany. Capital Region. Capital Region. Where is it? It is in Troy. Fuck no, their shit is garbage.
Compared to?
Right there in the Hadley building is what the hell is the name of it? The Hadley building? It's my old address. I can't think of it. 'Cause I used to work inside that building. So inside the Hadley building, her name is Vivian that owns it. It is the fucking taco places, Troy. Yeah, it's on River Road, and I got no reception in this place. So it's actually, if you go inside of the Hadley building, there's a food cafe inside there. Veronica owns it. She is as Mexican's gonna get, and her, and you can get all upset at me because you're Dominican. You can't say shit. You're not Mexican. Her dippy tacos, the birria, is unbelievable. They're unbelievable. And they at one point in time were doing birria ramen.
Yes, I've heard of it, but I've never had. I've heard of it, but I've never had it. It's so good.
And the other thing they do is I'm as but they put the ramen noodles and everything in. Do you know what birria is? The dippy stuff.
I'm from California. We eat Mexican.
But she also does the 2 things she does that are also insane is my wife, who doesn't like fish, loves their fish tacos. Her fish tacos are great. And the other thing she does, I refer to it as a Mexican cheat steak, which is the bread, the sandwich. I have no respect. That's it. Don't get all Spanish on me. But Abuelita. Let's see if I can get it on here. But
soccer games used to make it was a tortilla, the cheese, the tortilla, and it was pressed. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Yes. And the tamales. Yes.
So
something told me out of that game before. Yes.
Why is my but it's inside of the. If you go inside the Hadley building, if you know the Hadley building on River Road, where Browns is, you know where City Hall is in Troy.
You're talking about Troy.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
I cannot think
I know her.
Yes, she's a sweetheart.
She used to be at Troy, the other place.
Yeah, it's I can't think of the name of it right now. It's not working. Look, we're on number 2 with 2 fingers, and that lady's fingers are about like this. I'm like, sweetheart, I've still got to get home, and I only live a couple. But put it this way, the folks, she's got a lady that works behind her counter that all she does is peel stuff. And when she's peeling stuff, I look at her and she looks like some of the Marines that used to work for me, and I'm like, If you go over there, yeah, it's called Riverfront. River Street Market is what it's called. It's but the restaurant, the area is called River Street Market. Just like if you like vegetarian, I have a vegetarian, a vegan daughter. The Maria's in, but it's River Street Market is what it's called. But they have Organa is the other place. I just remember their name, but that dude, he doesn't do it anymore. He used to do a pulled jackfruit with barbecue. I love pulled jackfruit.
I had never tried jackfruit there, and it's not for me, but it wasn't horrible.
No, it's if you like pork and you're looking for a substitute, jackfruit gets it done. You think jackfruit's too sweet?
We have a lot of vegan and
Where do you work at, Jennifer?
Sage.
Oh, at the college. Okay.
I used to work at I'm a lunch lady.
Look at that. It's the lunch lady.
I love my job over there. The kids are so nice. But there are so many vegans and vegetarians. So we have special lines set up for them. And we started doing jackfruit for like tacos.
Yeah, that's a perfect.
A very awesome drag queen that goes to Sage, and their name is Rosetta Stone. And Rosetta Stone.
Well, I deal with a vegan daughter and a vegetarian daughter. My daughter actually used to play basketball for Russell Sage.
I've only been there 4 years.
Well, my daughter just got her we're going through her master's thing. But I don't want to hold you. Jennifer, thank you so much. You can't make faces at me about food. Alrighty, folks. Well, the drag show is getting ready to start. As you can hear, Amanda Love, her big mouth is going. Thank you for coming out and seeing the drag.
Thank you.
Love. Well, you can't leave before you want to get the final word. Oh, wait a sec. Nathan says it's almost summer. What's your favorite ice cream?
Amazing.
You like Moose Tracks. You know what I'm a big fan of? Coffee.
I can do it. I can do it.
Get on there. Sherbet.
Anything with oat milk or sherbet.
Oh.
Watermelon sherbet from Snowman's.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Alrighty, folks. Well, if you're in the Brunswick area, please make sure you come out. Come see all the ladies. We're at the Brunswick Elks Club supporting suicide prevention. The show starts at 8 p.m. tonight. They'll be live. Everything's going on. As we always say, and as we always enjoy, be sure to put your stool in.